Hey, what's up everybody? Baseball Stud 294 here, back again. Now, I know it's been a little bit of time since I've actually posted any videos on my channel, and I got a private message of one of my subscribers asking me about my brain buckets, and it actually really made me laugh, so it inspired me to do this video. So I'm going to just briefly go through each helmet that I have and what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to bring the first one into frame and we'll start talking about that helmet. Okay, so the first helmet that I have here was the first one I ever actually purchased. It's my IBH, which stands for Integrated Ballistics Helmet. Now, I know I do already have a review of this on my channel currently, so I'm not going to go too much into detail. If you guys want to see any more of it, go check that video out. It's one of my first ones that I've done, so it's a little bit shaky, but you know, it gives you some decent amounts of information. But it's been a nice helmet actually. I mean, I had to kind of get a new strap for it just because that one started to fray, but you know, that's what it is when you order from eBay or from China for that matter. But I mean, it's been a sturdy helmet. I really liked it, and I still run with it currently. I have, of course, my Desert Locust goggles with the rabbit ear restraints on the back, just holding those things on, and then I just have some of the arc rail attachments. I don't ever really put anything on the arc rails, but they're nice to have. And of course, the IBH helmets do have the option. You can purchase them with the arc rails on or without them. I don't know why you would do that, but you certainly have the option. It also came with all the Velcro. There is another one that you can buy without Velcro as well. So again, there's lots of options just like all the other ones, but it's kind of a nice look to it. I'm going to take this off really quickly. That's your NVG mount there, as you can see, and then it has the bungee restraints for it as well. So I like the look of it, and then it's got like the numbering and the letters and things like that engraved onto it, so I thought that was pretty cool. And then of course, this is the most common side you'll see with this little flap coming down. Like a fast helmet would not have that, or the Mitch 2000, 2001, or 2002s, they do not have that either. So it's designed to basically hold your contacts directly over your ears and things like that. So, but anyways, I'll show you the other side quick. This first call sign patch that I ever made there, and then of course the back. Nothing really on the back anymore. So again, you know, just a quick showing. If you guys want to see any more on this thing, just go ahead and go check out my individual review that I made of it already. So alright, I'm going to go ahead and cut frame and then show you guys the next helmet that I own. Alright guys, so the next helmet that I own currently is the Emerson OpsCore Replica Fast Helmet. So this one in real life doesn't really provide any ballistic protections. More or less it's more of a bump helmet. So it's for either special forces operators, parajumpers, or pararescue, whichever you prefer, or things of that nature that are trying to, you know, wanting to move fast. It's obviously got the 8 vents on the top to allow for, you know, better cooling, better airflow and circulation for your head and your eyes and things like that, to keep your goggles and things from fogging up. So this has probably been one of my most favorite helmets just for how comfortable it is. The padding on the inside that it actually came with were very, very sturdy. So that was definitely nice. They weren't like those cheap foam pads that basically wither away after a couple weeks of use. So that was nice. The chin straps have been great. Haven't had to replace those, haven't had them fray or anything like that. I picked up a real rhino arm for it, so if I ever wanted to get some night vision goggles or anything like that, or of course the dummies, that would be cool. But occasionally, now I do run with the MS 2000 on the top, but it kind of looks a little bit bulky, so sometimes I take off the distress strobe on the rear side of it that I used to have on my IBH, and then I'll put the MS 2000 on the back of it. So it just kind of depends on what I'm feeling like doing. It's about the same height as the rhino arm, so I guess it's not like I'm gonna be, you know, catching myself on tree branches or things like that I wouldn't be already if it hits the rhino arm. So but anyways, this thing came with the arc rails, came with the Velcro, the same spiel that came with the IBH, and it came with the mounts as well. So, and it also came with, it was kind of cool, I don't have them with me up for the video, but it came with the little placeholder, if you will, that goes inside of here if you're not running a rhino arm. And then it also came with 4 different arc rail attachments, which I also thought was pretty cool. So you can attach like flashlights or other gizmos, if things like that. So looking at the rear then, nothing too special there. It does have this little adjustment wheel to tighten the back straps for your chin restraints, if you will, just like the real Ops Core helmet does. So, and then I have my blood type pouch there, just like I did on the IBH. So again, nothing too crazy, but I definitely like this helmet. I mean, it's been really great for me. I haven't had any problems with it as of yet. So if you're looking at a helmet, this would probably be one of the best ones you can grab, depending on how it fits for your kit and what kind of look you're trying to give. So, all right, guys, that was the Emerson Fast helmet. I'm going to go ahead and show you the last helmet that I own and tell you, my last thoughts on that one. So, all right, guys, so my most recent addition to my Airsoft collection is a Matrix Mitch 2000 or modular integrated communications helmet. So basically all that means is it still provides ballistic protection if this were the real steel version, of course. And then you see the little ear flaps, if you will, that allow for an operator to have some sort of like contact twos or something like that while they can still wear the helmet over that. So it's kind of a nice addition. So what I mean by that is, of course, if you've ever seen a contact two, basically they have these little outlets here, if you will. So essentially that fits perfectly in to there. So when you're running these, they'll fit perfectly just like that. So I know I apologize for the way that I had to show you that, but it's the easiest way to get the point across. But anyway, so I haven't gotten a chance to actually run an Airsoft game with this helmet on yet, and I thought it looked a little bit more unique with this NVG base running over the top of it, so I didn't have to drill any holes for any different mounts or things like that. And of course, if I wanted to run, say, a helmet cover, I could always just detach that, which is kind of cool. So one thing to say, and my only complaint with this thing so far, is if you see the little electric tape here, this is basically just like a nylon thread. So it essentially comes in two pieces. There'll be this back piece with the thread running through it, and then your actual night vision mount with the Rhino arm on the front. So you essentially just have to thread this right through the NVG mount, and then it comes out the top. But from what I've seen online, it was supposed to have some sort of restraint system here, whether it be a metal clip or something of that nature. But mine didn't come with that, so I just had to use some electrical tape to actually keep that from sliding, because essentially it would just slide forward again, and then this whole unit would slide right off the helmet, which would not be a fun thing to have happen in the middle of a game. So but other than that, I mean, I think it looks pretty cool. It looks a little bit more unique than some of the other Mitch 2000s I've seen on the fields that I play at. So, and again, it's just really easy to detach it as well. So that's my only complaint. It's got a nice texture to it, just like the real steel version does. It's not as thin as you would expect it to be. I've seen some of the Chinese clone ones, and they're very, very thin and flimsy, but this one seems a little bit more sturdy. The paint does scratch off pretty easily, so if you're planning on painting it, that might be cool. But other than that, I mean, it's been great so far. I've tried it on, put on my contact twos with it. That was the main thing that I wanted to see, because occasionally these can be a little bit high sitting on your head, if you will. So basically you'll have to adjust the padding on the inside around. But the straps work out fairly well. I've seen some straps be really, really cheap and flimsy, but these actually hold their placement pretty well. So we'll see how that goes. But I'll keep you guys posted in the future once I get to play with this a little bit more, and I'll do hopefully a more individual review of it if I add any more things. Like, I hope to get Velcro. I hope to actually paint it so I don't have 3 tan helmets. So I'll let you guys know what's going on with that in the future. Alright guys, that is it. I know that I pretty much pumped this video out very quickly, so there may be a few things that I missed or forgot to talk about. So of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments or send me a private message, whichever you're comfortable with. And I hope by now you guys are starting to see that I do respond to you, whether you're a subscriber or not. And if you have any video requests, things you want to see more detail of, such as this one from one of my subscribers, I always try my best to get those out to you guys within reason, of course. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching, showing me your support and everything. So I'll keep you guys posted, and feel free to check back for any more updates on either these helmets or any more Airsoft related content. So in the future, guys, stay safe, and we'll see you on the battlefield.